So I stole this question from an AP for response test. We're going to be talking about the applications, the geometrical applications of integration, area, and volume. And this question asks about basically all of them, area and two volume questions. So we're going to break this up into a few videos. The first thing we're going to do is talk about area. So if you look at question A, it asks find the area of this shaded region R, and it gives you what these the boundaries. So when you're looking for area between two graphs, you're just basically looking for the area of this one rectangle here and applying it throughout the entire region. So basically you're trying to find the area of this little rectangle, which that's delta x. So it's width times height, and then add them throughout this entire region. So we're going to integrate to add all these areas. So that delta x really becomes a dx. All we're really looking for is the height of this rectangle. So it's easy to remember when we first talk about area, it's just the top graph minus the bottom graph. But what we're really doing is just multiplying the height of this rectangle, which is going to be the top graph minus the bottom graph, times the width, which is dx, and adding them up from here to here. So let's talk about what I mean from here to here. Well, that's going to be this value of x, which is 0, to this value of x, which is 2. So those are your limits of integration. And now we just have to measure the height of this rectangle. And it's like every measurement we do when we're talking about these areas and volumes. It's just to measure the length of this arrow here, this distance. You always do the top arrow minus the bottom arrow. So it's this y value minus the bottom y value. The top y value is always 6. The bottom y value is based off this graph, and this graph happens to be y equals 4 times the natural log of 3 minus x. So this is 6 minus this y, and that is it. So that's the height of this rectangle. We're going to calculate the area by just multiplying it by the dx. And then we're going to add together all those little areas by integrating. And that's it. Now this is a calculator question, so I'm going to break out the calculator. I'm going to type it in quickly as I can. We have 6 minus 4 ln of 3 minus x. And we need to integrate that, so let's graph it and integrate it from 0 to 2. And we get an answer of 6.816. 6.816. I think it was 6.8166. So if you choose, you can round it, but you don't need to. Either of those two answers is okay. So as we talk more about volume, you can look at the next video, which will be the same question, but B, we're going to do the volume when we're revolving this around a certain line. See you then.